So for the first time, my Monday Race A video is going to be with a voiceover instead. This is a tough one. I bought the car Sunday evening, tried to set up an offline race and realized that I am screwed in this car. And as you can see, we've got some of the big boys in this race. Tisley, Chelsea, got max power, and I completely miss the braking point. You have to remember, practice the standing start in this one. I wasn't even sure if it was going to be a standing start. I was sort of hoping it would be a rolling start. So I just wait for basically everyone, pick up a 5-second penalty. Luckily I didn't kill Tisley. Someone else unfortunately did, but we carry on. In this car you have a hybrid system which fades out throughout the race, and you also have the DRS system. So that means judging the braking zones is really tricky. It very much depends on how much hybrid you have left, how much DRS you have been able to deploy. So you'll see many mistakes, not just me, but a lot of mistakes. We've got someone off at this corner as well. I just try to get around this lap. Don't want to mess up any more braking zones if possible. So we are coming towards the Ascari chicane, just taking it nice and easy. Getting to the penalty zone now. Got Chelsea in front of me, who is also struggling a bit with this car. We both serve our massive penalties, and let's just get on with this one. And as we jump ahead a bit and enter the first chicane, I'm braking really early this time. I don't want to risk anything, so I brake too early in fact. But we're just sneaking through here. We survived. Let's not spin the car on the way out. And towards the second chicane, same thing, just being really cautious. And the guys ahead are also just taking it nice and easy. Really have to put some time in this car, get used to it, or at least I do. The German has a bit of a moment, so now I am right behind him. Let's get through Lesmo 2, and this time I get a good run and I deploy all the DRS the car will allow me to do. But as mentioned, you have to brake early when you do that, as I perfectly demonstrate here. So I'm so sorry to the German driver. Have to just let him go again. This is, you have to figure out how the braking zones change throughout the race. You really have to put in a proper practice, or you just have to be better at this than I am. That's for sure. So we've got another car out braking himself into the first chicane. Not able to make a move at the moment. But as we enter the second chicane, he outbrakes himself again. Luckily he goes out and I can get an easy pass. And let's just move on. This race was a tough one and a bit embarrassing. But we're just trying to make the best of it, to be honest. We are up to P10 now, and the mistakes are not over yet. Now we are at the start of lap 4. Chelsea had a bit of an incident at the end of the previous lap, so I've caught up to him. Almost lost the car coming out of the first chicane. Really have to be careful. Racing hard tires, not the most grip in the world. We have another yellow flag. I'm not sure what that is all about. And once again, almost losing the car. Let's just survive. Let's move on. Nice and easy. We've got someone off. That might have been the yellow flag before. I make a complete mess of Lesmo 2, missing the apex. And we go towards Ascari. Let's not mess that one up. Now the hybrid system is starting to fade, and you can brake later. As you can see, I brake too early this time, but at least that allows me to maybe get a decent run out of Ascari. Shelty has another incident. This is definitely not a good race for him as well. So I'm not the only one struggling here. As we go through the second chicane, the German driver ahead of me cuts the chicane and picks up a penalty. So now I just have to keep up with him. But with me driving this car on this track, he almost runs away from me because I almost mess up both Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. But as we go through Ascari again, I seem to get a better run out of there, so I am able to clear him, and now we are up to P7 after the disastrous start of this one. The front runners are long gone, and I finished this one in P7, and now I have 5-6 minutes to set qualifying time before the next race. The fast guys are gone now, and I am starting on pole position, and I still haven't practiced that grid start because I am stupid. I'm way too focused on the car in my rear view mirror, and you guessed it. Well, at least no one was able to kill me coming into the first chicane. And we are basically at the back again. We've got Chicken Angel at the side of the track. There must have been some sort of incident there as well. And now we've got someone really overcooking the second chicane. He basically just straight lines it. I pick up some positions up to P7 now. And yeah, P6 in front of me, he picks up half a second penalty for that chicane cut. Now he accidentally hits the cars in front. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, but either way, I am up to P4 now. And now we are having full hybrid and DRS, so I have to brake early for Ascari. I remember this time sneaking through, taking it easy, don't spin the rear tires coming out. And as we are beginning lap 2, once again we've got some cars missing the braking point and picking up penalties, and I almost spin the car, but I am up to P2, and that's where I will be staying for several laps now. We are beginning the final lap. P1 has maintained a nice gap to me. He has not been running away, but I've not been able to catch him either. We are entering the second chicane. I'm just hoping maybe he could pick up a penalty, maybe a small mistake, and I just have to make no mistakes. Can we get through Lesmo 1? A bit wide. Careful on the exit. And the same goes for Lesmo 2. Careful on the exit into Ascari. I'm getting close, but unfortunately, as I exit Ascari, I overcorrect on the good old controller and run wide. And that was the end of this one. I finished my second race in P2, and I am not going near this race ever again. I'm sure it's fun if you have the abilities, but I don't. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.